Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I am Alannah and today we're going to be talking about how to act in comedy. I've got several acting techniques for you to explore at your leisure. As ever, my techniques are not exhaustive or definitive, and you might find that some techniques work better for you than others. Everyone is different, and that's what's great about acting. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin. First things first, comedy is subjective. Therefore, when you get your script, think about where the comedy is pitched. What's the tone of the show? Some comedies are ramped up.
Why are you two even together?
Some are dry and acted in a more realistic way.
It's a bit boring, isn't it?
Think about the writers and what the show's audience will find funny. Of course, think about what you yourself find funny too. You can find comedy in lots of different places. There could be comedy in the dialogue.
If it has been inserted, you have voided the warranty.
There could be comedy in the delivery of the dialogue.
Business. La bête noire.
This includes things like timings, reactions, pauses. Pauses work really well in comedy, I've found, because they allow the character time to react. Pauses don't mean stop acting. They present a great moment where no words are said, but there's still a lot of meaning being portrayed. Sometimes a character's pause can help the punchline. Sometimes a character's pause is the punchline.
You're winning.
I guarantee that if there'd been no pause there, the punchline would have been less effective. Reactions are also important in comedy. Because a character's reaction can sometimes be the punchline to a joke or a setup. You have to use your instinct and be prepared to bounce off other characters and situations.
You're taking the person's essence, and that to me is ecstasy.
Sometimes this might lead you somewhere you might not have otherwise considered.
Enough to get me through the entire day.
Don't be selfish. In comedy, it's important to allow the other characters in the scene to be funny as well.
Vampirism is something that you live, that you breathe, and you're in 100% every day of your life.
Sometimes you can just let the words do the work. Sometimes in well-written comedies, dialogue is just funny on its own, and you don't want to mask this inherent humour with too much acting. It's important not to try to be funny. Do not force it. Everything must be sincere as if it weren't funny at all.
Sorry? Yeah, well, have you called a dentist?
Sometimes the comedy just comes out of the situation, and it's the actor's duty to find the truth in that situation. Therefore, always act sincerely. If you think about it, all comedic actors act sincerely. We believe those characters are really in those situations, even when some comedic narratives can seem very farcical. This is why mockumentaries are typically always comedies. I've never known them to be anything other than comedies. But they require the actors to act as truthfully as possible. Otherwise they just won't work. This next clip I have exemplifies what I mean. It's done in a documentary style. It's essentially a mockumentary. Now, if you read the comments on this video, feel free to go to it at your leisure. The majority of people actually think it's a real documentary, even when the subject matter is so farcical. People clearly thought there were vampires living in... I can't remember. Actual vampires. Like, seriously? Another tip for acting in comedy is to think outside the box. Find humour outside the obvious. Find humour in other parts of the scene that might not have initially been intended to be so funny. So basically think outside the box. Obviously this doesn't mean disrespect the script. There is a balance here. There could be humour in the way you look or react or something. Things that might not be written in the script that you could add in. And again, don't overact. Don't try too hard to be funny. It won't work. People laugh at life. That's basically it. They want it to be relatable. It's weird, but different actors bring different things out in different ways. So one actor can say a line and it can be funny in this way. Other actors might bring out something that the scriptwriter or director hadn't thought of before, and it might be even funnier. And this could even be the make or break in a audition even. So always think outside the box, but still respect the script. My next tip is to commit. This is important. You have to really go for it. And I don't mean overact. I mean commit. Give yourself to it fully. I've expressed the importance of committing in another video, but basically to the camera, it's obvious when people hold back. Committing, even if it's the wrong choice, is better than not committing at all. You just have to go for it. Don't hold back. In film acting, we're lucky because if it doesn't work, the director can just say cut, and they can tell you to do it in a different way if they don't like it. If they don't like what you've done, then you must commit again. In theatre, we're lucky because we have all those rehearsals. And again, the director can just tell you to do it again in a different way if they didn't like your interpretation. If you've committed, they'll know you'll be able to take direction well, because actors who commit are usually good actors. Just commit. Become the character totally. Bring it to life. Anyway. Thanks for watching. This has just been a bit about how to act in comedy. As usual, the techniques in this video are by no means exhaustive and you might come up with your own. If you do, feel free to leave them in the comments down below and let's generate a discussion. If you have any other comments or questions, then again, feel free to leave these in the comments down below and I'll get back to you. Bye for now.